Good morning and welcome to the Vinyasa Flow, Brightening from Slumber. This practice has been designed to either do from a yoga mat that you've set up, or you can simply practice from bed. It has been designed to waken you, brighten you, body and mind from slumber. So if that is the case, either on your mat or from where you are, you can simply keep the eyes closed and we will begin our practice. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin. If there's anything that we do that feels uncomfortable or feels as though it is causing your body some pain, please stop and simply move into child's pose or modify the posture to suit your body's needs. So with that in mind, wherever you are, we'll begin the session lying down, and you can have handy a cushion or a pillow. If you are still in bed, then just grab the pillow that's beneath your head. And we're going to begin by placing the pillow or cushion between the thighs. Bring the knees up into the chest and give yourself a hug, just flattening the lower back into the mattress and warming the spine up. Maybe rock the hips from side to side. After a night of static sleep, and closing the eyes down, just place the feet on the floor or on the mattress, wherever you are. And we'll begin by brightening into the body and mind with your breath. So breathing in, down to the belly, further into the lower side ribs and up into the heart center, and then out in the opposite order, heart center, lower side ribs, and firming the belly just back towards the spine. And by doing this, we begin to engage that core strength for the day ahead. Breathing into the belly, the ribs, the heart center, and out through the nose. We can begin to employ the Ujjayi breath as you breathe in, just activating the vocal cords just a touch, the muscles in the throat. And through this, we create that oceanic sound as you breathe in and out. Allowing yourself to let go of any expectations or concerns of what your body and mind might be capable of today. We're just going to gently warm into our brightening for the morning. And we'll, on the next in-breath, bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug, and then take the knees over to the left and roll the upper body and the face towards the right. And keeping the lower belly a little firm, lengthening through the lower back. On your next in-breath, we'll turn the head back to the center, bring the knees back up to the center, give yourself a little hug, and then we move to the other side. So you can roll the body over to the right to begin with, and then open the left arm out to the left, the gaze to the left. Eyes can still be closed if that suits you, if you're feeling quite tired and sleepy. Ujjayi breath, firming the belly back towards the spine. Maybe even bring a little smile to your face to set the tone for the day. Breathing in, and turn the face back to the center and bring the knees back to the middle. Give yourself one more hug. And we'll just place the feet back on the floor, hands on the thighs. Breathe in, let the lungs fill. And as you breathe out, flatten the lower back towards the floor. Breathe in, relax, release into the belly, the ribs, the heart center. As you breathe out, firming the belly back towards the floor. And again, breathe in through the nose, Ujjayi breath. And breathe out, pressing the palms into the thighs and the lower back into the floor. We'll take it a little further. Breathe in. Breathe out, press into the thighs, flatten the back and just lift the upper body up, pressing harder into the thighs. Relax back down as you breathe in. Breathe out, lower back flattens into the floor, the mattress. The upper body lifts, palms press into the thighs. One more time, breathe in. Breathing out, flattening the back, pressing the palms into the thighs. Beautiful. From here, we're going to release, take the pillow and put it somewhere appropriate. And then rolling onto your hands and knees. And making sure that you're positioned so that if you take a leg out to the side, you're not going to fall off the edge of your bed if you're still in bed. We'll come back to child's pose to begin with. On your next in-breath, we'll walk the hands around to the left, bringing a stretch and opening down through the right side of the body. And walking the hands back to the center and around to the right. Allow the head to drop down. Opening up through the left side of the body, through the ribs, through the lungs, inviting air in to brighten through the chest. And bring the hands back around to the center, elbows onto the floor. Lift the hips up into a shortened or lowered cat-cow. Breathing in, allow the belly button to drop as the crown lifts. Breathe out, pressing the upper back and mid-back towards the ceiling. Breathe in, coming into your lowered cow pose. Breathe out, coming into a lowered cat pose. One more time. And breathing out. This time lift the hands, cup the back of the head and just gently rock forward and back as you loosen up, lengthen through the back of the neck, not pulling at all and not using the weight of your body. Lower belly is still firm, allowing for that strength in the core of the body. From here, we're actually going to tilt the head, so from front on, it will look like a tilting of the chin towards the left arm, towards that bicep, bringing a stretch into the side of the neck. And then take it over to the other side, to the right. And just beginning to move from side to side just to bring some length down the side of the neck. And letting go, coming up onto the hands and knees now. And we'll do just a couple more cat-cow. So moving to cow as the belly drops, crown rises. Into cat, firming the navel towards the spine, pressing the upper back to the ceiling. Breathe in. Cow. Breathe out, cat. Feeling the body begin to brighten and warm for the day. One more time, breathing in, cow. And cat. And then we come to a neutral spine. Take the right leg behind you and we'll just press back a little, stretching through that calf muscle. And change over to the other side, left leg, beginning to open up through the back of the legs. And then come back to the right side, take that right leg up, keeping the belly firm and the body, spine neutral. Cross that leg over the other ankle and sliding back into a pigeon. You can rest the forehead to the floor. If this brings any discomfort to your knee, you can do the same stretch by rolling onto your back and simply taking the left leg ankle onto the knee, reaching through and grabbing the back of the thighs and pulling back that way. But if your knees and hips feel good, then just stay in that pigeon. And then breathing in, shift back up from that. Take the left leg back. Raise it up behind you, crossing over the right ankle and sliding back. Bringing a beautiful stretch to the right glutes, through the hip, maybe through the inner thigh as well. Staying with that ujjayi breath, and on each out breath, firming the belly back towards the spine. On your next in-breath, come back up, and we'll take that right leg out behind you again. Take the leg up, bring it at hip height out to the side, lower down. We'll take the right hand up. As you breathe out, thread that hand through under the armpit. Bring it up again, breathe in. Opening the heart to the ceiling. Breathe out, threading through. One more time. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, thread through, and bring the shoulder and the back of the ear to the floor. Firm the right thigh. Bringing a twist to the spine and an opening to that inner thigh. Breathe in as we lift back up. Bring the hand back down, walk them up to the left knee. Turn the right foot out and we're lifting up, firm belly. Then lunging forward as if you were coming into warrior two, but we're down on one foot and one knee instead. And so we're going to breathe in, lift up, and breathe out, sink the hips down. Again, if this hurts your knee at all, then we can just pull back and modify, even go into a child's pose to rest. Otherwise, breathe in, lunge up, breathe out, come down, reach forward, hand comes down near the foot, left hand comes to the sky, and we're opening the heart center up to the sky, as if we were in Trikonasana, but we're down on our knees. So from the side, it will look like this. Beautiful. Then from there, we take the top hand over, firm the belly, and turn the ribs further to the sky. And then the hand comes down, sweep all the way back around, back to the knees. Beautiful. We're going to do the other side. So the left leg lifts, take it out to the side, keeping it nice and high, foot flexed. Place the foot on the floor. The left hand comes up and we thread through as you breathe out. And again, reaching up, breathe in. Breathe out, threading through, beginning to feel the body warming up, and thread through. Back of the ear and the shoulder come to the floor, belly is firm, lengthening through the lower back and stretching through that inner thigh, twisting through the spine. Maybe chuck a little smile in here as you begin to brighten to the outlook of the day. Breathe in, coming back up. Bring that left hand back to the floor, creep the hands back to the knee, turn the left foot out to the side. So for you, it will look like this as we lean down, groin comes towards the mat or the bed. And breathe in, come up, breathe out, sweeping down, opening through that groin area more. One more time, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, squeeze down. Hand comes down to the inside of the foot. Top hand comes up to the sky. And just opening up just a little further than perpendicular. Breathing in and out, Ujjayi breath. Relax the toes on the left foot. Spread them wide. And then take the top arm over as in a lower version of a side angle pose. Squeeze that left glute from the belly, turn the ribs up to the ceiling as you reach forward. And then you can even drop the hips down a little lower. Feel that opening through the groin, through the inner thigh. And then sweep that hand down, walk it back to the center. Take that left leg up behind you, place it down. And one more time, we're just coming to our child's pose. Reaching back, forehead resting on the floor. If you are still in bed, try not to fall back asleep here. And then come up onto the hands and knees, creep the hands forward, the knees back. Bring the heart center to the floor, opening up through the back. Forehead can still go to the floor. And then rolling forward over those elbows all the way to the floor. Hands come to just below the armpits, and we're going to breathe in, lift the chest and the right leg. And out, coming down. Other side, left leg lifts as the heart lifts. The hands pull you forward a touch to bring space to the lower back. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in through the nose, lift, brightening through that heart center. And breathe out, come down. Breathe in, left leg lifts. And coming back down. This time plant the tops of both the feet, firm the thighs. Breathe in and we'll curl up with your back strength, not your arm strength, but pulling forward with your arms to allow you to get greater lift and length through the back. Breathe out, coming down. 2 more times. Breathe in, lift, cobra. Breathing out, coming down. Breathe in, lift, cobra. And out, coming down. Lift with the belly first as you press back onto the knees, back to child's pose. Come up onto the hands and knees, curl the toes under, lift up into a plank. Breathe in, shift that plank forward. Lower the knees if you like, or is in a plank, lowering to the floor. Flatten the feet. Breathe in, cobra, pulling forward. Breathe out, coming down. Curl the toes under, lift up into plank, back to child's pose. Come up onto hands and knees, lift up into plank, move forward a touch, breathe out, lower down. Flatten the feet, lift up into cobra. Breathe out, lower down. Curl the toes under, lift up into plank, press back to child's pose. One more time. Come up onto hands and knees, move into plank, breathe out, lower down. Flatten the feet, lift up into cobra, breathe in. Breathe out, come down, curl the toes under, lift up into plank. Your choice, back to that child's pose or to our first down dog. Now, if you are still in bed, you'll be a little unstable here, so you can widen the hands and the feet if you need to create a more stable base. Breathe in, come forward into plank, lower to the floor, flatten the feet. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, come down, curl the toes under, lift up into plank, back to down dog. We're warming the body for the day. One more time, come forward into plank, lower to the floor, flatten the feet, lift up, cobra. Breathing out, come down, curl the toes under, lift up into plank, back to down dog. Beautiful. Lower the knees to the floor and bring your weight back to the knees. And we'll come up onto the knees, curl the toes under, hands come to the heart center. We're going to breathe in and lift. Take the right hand down towards the ankle. Lift up through that left hand, firming the belly, but breathing into the heart center, opening, brightening to the sky. Breathe in, that hand comes back up, sitting back down, hands to the heart, center, balance. Breathe in, brighten. Breathe in and we'll lift again. Curl the toes under, firm the belly, protecting the lower back. Reach back with the left hand. Reach up and back with the right hand. Breathe in, come back up, flatten the feet. Hands come back to the heart center. One more time each side. Breathe in, lift. Right hand drops down to the ankles, lifting up and back through the heart center. Breathe in, come back to the top. Hands meet at the top. Move down to the heart center. Left side, breathe in. Curl the toes under. Reach back to the left foot. Reach up and back with the right hand. And back to the top. Come back to the center. We're going to move into Kamostrasana pose. If it is part of your practice, you can move straight into it. Otherwise, come up, toes curled under, belly firm, bringing length to the lower back. Hands can stay at the heart center. Firm the glutes and just arching the upper body back without dumping through the neck. And if it's part of your practice and you're able to, you can reach back to both the ankles at the same time. Press forward and up through the heart center. Still maintaining that slow, steady Ujjayi breath. And then on your next in-breath, come back up, peel one hand up at a time, coming back down. Close the eyes down, lengthen through the back of the neck. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back. And we'll take your weight behind you and bring the feet out in front and hands underneath the shoulders, fingers pointing towards the feet. And we're going to lift up into a tabletop, squeezing the glutes, stretching down through the arms and the shoulders. Breathe out, come back down. One more time, breathe in, lift up, tabletop. Breathe out, come down. Legs come out in front. Firm the belly as we lift up and creep the hands down. So your body should be nice and warm now, but you may find it's still a little tentative in terms of opening up through the backs of the legs and the lower back. So keeping the lower belly firm to protect the lower back, firming the thighs and creeping forward to wherever suits you. Aiming to bring the heart center closer towards the shins, the feet. If you find you're quite rounded, then just lift up and just focus on bringing that heart center forward. Breathe in, we'll come up out of there, cross the legs. I'll just spin around. Flex the ankles, breathe in and we'll fold forward. Again, just being mindful of the lower back, firming the belly. If it's available to you and you can come quite far forward, you can put one fist on top of the other and relax the brow down onto the fists. Breathe in, come back up, and we'll just swap the legs over. Firm the belly, lift up. Breathe out, coming forward as the ankles are flexed. Again, if you like, taking one fist on top of the other, coming down. Slow and steady Ujjayi breaths. Coming back up, take the legs out to the sides, flex the ankles and pretend as if you are pushing against two soft pillows out to the sides. Breathe in as you breathe out, coming forward. And again, we're not rounding through the back, we're just coming up tall and bringing the heart center forward as much as possible. And if you're quite open here, again, you can take one fist on top of the other, bring the forehead down, but keeping the ankles flexed, thighs firm. And then coming back up, and if you're on a mat on the floor, just crossing your legs in Sukhasana, easy pose. If you have been practicing in your bed, then you're welcome to just swing your legs off the side of the bed and just sit with your legs bent, feet on the floor. And just cupping one hand inside the other, closing the eyes down. Breathing in and out through the nose. Lengthen through the back of the neck, lift the heart center, allow it to brighten with a lightness of being. Maybe visualizing the morning sun in your heart center as it stretches its tendrils of light through the rest of the body, through the mind. And just for a moment, if you have any thoughts, any to-do lists pop into your mind, just see them dissolve into that ball of light, that sun sitting at your heart center. Relax through the shoulders and neck. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back. Allowing your whole sense of self to dissolve into that warm, bright sun shining at your heart center. Maybe bring a smile to your face and lift the chin a little so you're looking up as you smile. Offering yourself the opportunity to just simply be for a moment before you step into your day. And bring the hands up to the heart center, eyes closed still, or a soft focus if you like. And just taking the thumbs to the third eye to seal in the clarity, the lightness of being that you've created in this practice. To the lips for expressing that clarity as you move through the day today.